In July 1952, a group of young army officers led by Gamal Abdel Nasser overthrew King Farouk and ended the Egyptian monarchy. Nasser told the Egyptian people exactly what many on the left tell us today. The rich should be taxed, the old corrupt system should be swept away, and power should be handed to ordinary working people. He called it Arab socialism. State control of the economy, nationalization of industries and banks, land reform, and a guaranteed government job for every university graduate. It sounded noble, it sounded fair. It was the same socialist talking points we still hear from the Labour Party and people like Andy Burnham today. But here's what actually happened. After Nasser seized power, Egypt did not become a workers' paradise. It became poorer, more bureaucratic, and far more miserable for millions of ordinary Egyptians, including my own family. My mom was born in the 1960s. When she graduated university in the 1980s, she did what every graduate was expected to do. Under the system Nasser built, she waited for the famous letter of appointment. This wasn't some optional career service. It was a core part of Nasser's socialist vision. From the early 1960s onwards, the state guaranteed every university graduate a lifetime job in the public sector. You didn't get to choose based on your interests or skills or ambition. The letter simply told you where you would work for the rest of your life and when you would start. If you had any connections, like a relative who was a senior government official or a senior military official, you got a decent posting. If you were ordinary, like the people Nasser claimed to champion, you took what you were given, or you got nothing. So here's the catch. By the 1980s, after more than 30 years of the system, the Egyptian government had grown so bloated and inefficient that it could no longer afford to hire everyone it had promised jobs to. The bureaucracy had exploded. Public sector employment ballooned as the state tried to absorb wave after wave of graduates. The system simply could not cope. It ran out of money and it ran out of capacity. Waiting times for that letter, the letter of appointment, stretched from a few years to nearly a decade, and sometimes it never came. My mom waited and waited and waited. The letter never came. Those graduates, those ordinary graduates, were left educated but jobless or forced into whatever jobs they could find, while those who had contacts in government thrived and the state creaked under its own weight. This is socialism in practice. This is not the theory you hear about in universities or from left-wing lunatics and socialists. But the real-world result is simple. It's a massive, inefficient state that promises security and delivers stagnation, waste, and broken dreams. Now, fast forward to Britain today. We're hearing the same exact rhetoric again. Tax the rich, give power to the people. And we're seeing the same pattern of public sector growth. The British public sector now employs around 6.8 million people. That's almost 9% of the total population of the UK. This was actually the same level of public sector employment in Egypt when my mom graduated in the 1980s. Britain today is not very different from Egypt in the 1980s. It's more bureaucracy, more jobs funded by the taxpayer, and the same broken promises and broken economy. When politicians tell you they're going to tax the rich and hand control to ordinary people, remember Egypt. Remember what happened when a country tried to deliver security and equality by making the state the dominant employer and central planner. It didn't lift up the ordinary person. It created a privileged class of bureaucrats and insiders while ordinary families waited for letters and jobs that never arrived. They watched their ambitions crushed and saw their country fall behind. Socialism did not ruin Egypt because the intentions were bad. It ruined lives because central planning, massive bureaucracy, and the destruction of individual ambition and private enterprise always produced the same results: inefficiency on a colossal scale. So when you hear those familiar talking points from the left today, don't just listen to those words. Look at the history. Look at the charts. Look at people like me who come from socialist countries. Look at what actually happened to real people in countries that tried socialism before. Don't trust the rhetoric. Don't trust Andy Burnham. Don't trust Labour. We must save Britain from socialism.